as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the NFL's third leading rusher last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You look at this Colt defense. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And again, it's Chubb. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
From the gun, here's Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Now it's Watson. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
York able to send this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the 1st half. Backups get to play in the 2nd. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a 1st.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their 1st-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards, the final tally.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. Up the middle, here's Taylor. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Taylor. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. A yard, all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Hey, check that, street.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. QB sneak, Richardson. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So the D-line got the push there against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense. I think it's the right call. But as you noted, if they don't get the push, you can't get in there. There's no place for him to go. And that's why the whole play got stuffed.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here now, 2nd and 4. They give the Chubb out of the gun, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. But now he appears to be in some pain. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Faking the give. Now Watson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play that time on the catch and run. 38 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Watson. And his throw is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
2nd and 10. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts' 15-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead, pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field, and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Well, the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, You use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go now.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Caught along the left side by Howard. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Past the 60, past the 60. Bravo 80.
Now it's Richardson. And this taken in by Downs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They go play action with Richardson. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive 1st down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson.
Ready, break.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Back to the air with Richardson. This pass caught. It's Woods. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Ready.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Play action. Now Richardson. He'll buy some time right. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Anthony Richardson. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are back within a score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for Cleveland. 58 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 2nd and 7.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Chubb will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Chubb will try the middle here. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Watson on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Wait a second, that's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready?
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
If maybe that ball is 2 yards shorter, it's going to give them the lead because you had a receiver running free there. That's a tough one to miss on.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it, but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Well, they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. In motion right, Peoples-Jones. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Now 2nd and 5.
Watson now to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Off of play action, it's Watson. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
On the return, Jackson. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. 2nd down. Here's Richardson. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns will take over here just shy of the 30.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. A nice effort and an even nicer stop from Kwity Paye.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Watson off play action.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
91 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And shutting him off, now open field. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland 1st.
Boy, what would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Chubb running to the wide side. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job, to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. They get 8 yards back there. They can use another one of those now on 3rd and 7. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. In motion right, Peoples-Jones. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
A give running right is Chubb. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They'll try again with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots and going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 1st and 10, it's Richardson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It was Myles Garrett that time who got in there and brought him down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
The Colts on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and forever. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Let's go now.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Ready.
Fourth down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10.
Richardson off the play fake.
A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make it second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Richardson now on second down. Hyatt there to grab it.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they can afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Ready, ready.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on first and 10.
Ready, go.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped.
Here we go.
The false start backs him up 5, first and 15.
Tracking 60. Go.
Again, it's Richardson.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Taylor. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
A gain of 6. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Richardson working from the gun.
He'll find his man. That's Taylor again.
And the Colts are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Taylor fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Now Richardson.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Anthony Richardson
with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game.
And the Colts have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10.
This is caught at the 20. A big play that time for Cleveland. 57 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. Chubb on the counter. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Azeez Al-Shaair in to make the stop.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Taylor now.
And getting this just shy of midfield, will spot it at the 49.
Back to Taylor on 1st down.
And that lines up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Ready? Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready?
Richardson to throw it. The short throw pulled in by Woods.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there. And now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Richardson's throw pulled in by Woods.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Here comes 2nd down at 5. Now Richardson.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Jerry Woods.
35 yards.
And the Colts are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th.
Very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
24 down, he's coming. 24.
Watson. Connects with Peoples-Jones. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll come up now on second down. Now Watson.
Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Running right through him. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
A lot of pressure here for Cade York.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute.
York able to send this one through.
And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Come on.
This is 1st and 10.
7 Pirates. 70 Rangers. Go.
Here's Richardson.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd down.
Pioneer.
Richardson. Connecting over the middle with Downs.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Richardson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So it all rests now on the right foot of the kicker, Matt Gay. This from long, very long range. And that is no good. And they'll remain down by 2.
Yeah, Brandon, that's a tough distance with the game on the line, because you'd like to give your kicker better odds than that. Anything 50-plus, We know it's going to be difficult, and that one proved to be just a little too difficult. And now it appears it's going to cost him the football game.